So I want to explore those coping mechanisms and kind of share them with you and share how I feel after trying new things, because I don't want alcohol to be the only thing that my brain kind of thinks of when I think of, coping. I want it to be a few other things. And I have learned this, I did learn this kind of a little bit last dry January, but it is becoming a little bit clearer this year because I've had some really stressful things happening. And yeah, I'm trying to learn how to manage quite a stressful situations, whereas last year wasn't quite the same when in terms of stress. I've had a lot of pain this year, a lot of awkward, kind of uncomfortable situations that I have made me want to reach out for something as a coping mechanism, a little bit more than than I thought I would experience, to be perfectly honest. So yeah, I wanted to share with you my first coping mechanism that I've done today. I really wanted to have something to calm me down. My first point in my head goes, oh well, you've still got wine downstairs. You could have a glass of wine. And I thought, well, actually, I really need a shower. It's been a few days. I've been in pain the last few days and I haven't really kind of got up and had a shower because I've just been tired and, needing rest really. So I I said, well, let's try this. Let's try this new idea for a coping mechanism. Let's go and have a shower and then record how you're feeling as soon as you come out the shower. So sorry, I've got a little bit of a dry throat here. So I came out of the shower and the first feeling I thought of was I feel invigorated. I feel refreshed. It made me feel so much better. So I just wanted to kind of share that as my first coping mechanism. I'm going to try and do this till the end of dry January, and it might not be every single day, but I'm definitely going to try and come up with different coping mechanisms that really help me through situations. Today was a shower. Tomorrow I might not be feeling like, that kind of thing will help. So I'm going to look into these and I'm going to find out what helps me and just share it with you because, I want to have a list. I want to have a book, which I go, okay, a shower will make you feel invigorated, refreshed, alive, clean, which is so much nicer. You feel like you can do things when when you've washed and you feel refreshed, you feel like you want to go and do things. So it makes you feel so much better. And it's amazing that it's something that really slips off the radar, especially if, you're looking for an easy fix sometimes. But I only spent 5 minutes in the shower. I told myself I'm not going to take a long shower, just a nice quick shower. And wow, the feeling for me is amazing. So that's my first one in my book. I'm going to have a little workbook and I'm going to start putting things in there. And my first thing to look at is, have you had or have you taken a shower? Would you like to take a shower? Is that something that you feel might make you feel a bit better today? And I want to have a little book and I just flip through it so that, okay, a glass of wine is fine to have. And I don't want to, I'm not really thinking of quitting alcohol, but I'm thinking of trying to find like a whole book full of different coping mechanisms so that if I want to have days off where, I'm not craving it, my body's not going, oh, okay, well, do you want alcohol today? It'll be a way of having other things that I can turn to, because I want to be able to go out and have a drink with my friends. That's something that I want to be able to do. And I don't have alcohol every day. I've made it a rule that we don't have alcohol on a daily basis. We don't drink alcohol every single day. We really kind of contain how much we have. We watch our units, and we're really careful with alcohol because we know drinking too much is just not good for you. So I don't want to be somebody who doesn't have alcohol because I know that I'm in control of it at the moment. But I also want to be someone who has like a range of things to help me cope. And that's really where I'm at. I want to be able to have, you know, let's see. I mean, it's going to be about 15 days, you know, so I'm hoping to come back with at least a minimum of 10 things that I think this is what I can do that will make me feel better before having a drink of alcohol. So then if you feel better, you're not going to want the alcohol. So I will drink less anyway, but I think that's what I'm hoping to do. I'm hoping to make myself psychologically not just think of a glass of wine, which, you know, is harmless, but it can be harmful, obviously, if you're doing it all the time. So I want to not think of a glass of wine. I want to think of, okay, what about having a shower? What about a bath? What about a good meal? Have you had a cup of tea today? You know, have you cuddled Lily today? Have you meditated today? You know, and look at these other coping mechanisms first before thinking of a glass of wine to chill out. So there you go. Hopefully I can come up with a few things that help us all, help me and you to kind of understand how we can cope better and what can help us cope. What are the little tiny things that we can just readjust that can help us cope?